Hi everybody, Kevin from the Awareness website, and we've got this week's Awareness Tai Chi video. We're going to be working on move 33, whip to one side. I know we've worked on whip to one side before, but we're going over it again because it happens so many times in the set. And there's still lots of stuff you can learn about it. So, got lots of stuff to share with you, so hang in there, we'll be right back. Okay gang, so this video is an actual live video. I know the last two were pre-recorded because I was out on Vancouver Island working with a bunch of great people out there in Parksville. And hi all you guys out in Parksville. Great group, they're learning lots and progressing really well, so it's wonderful to work with people like that. I was out there also selling some harps and everything, like I make those harps, so you can check those out on our website. And I know I'm behind on some of our emails, so some of you have made comments and sent emails to us. So I'll be getting up to those right away here, so I'll be responding. And you'll get a response back. But I just wanted to mention a couple of things. There's one of our viewers, Letitia, was asking about numbering the moves. So we're going to try something with that so it's easier to find the moves that she wants to work on. And there's also, from time to time, we get people asking about if we could do it in front of a mirror so that you'll see a double image, you know, the front and back at the same time kind of thing. And we've kind of played around with that, but it gets really confusing as to what's going on and what direction. And also, too, we don't have really big mirrors to put in the studio. So, but it just seems a little bit simpler, and that's why I do all the different angles, different directions, so you can see hopefully what everything, you know, the hands and feet and everything are doing. And then it's just a matter of practicing it. So. Yeah, we just kind of don't think that that's going to work all that well in this setting. So hopefully that's okay for you guys. We're still doing the videos anyway, and if you do have any questions, you know, by all means, shoot us an email and ask your questions, and we'll try and answer them. So let's get into the move here. So this move, whip to one side, again, like I said, it's done a number of times in the set, but it's a great move to go into some more detail just because there's so much involved with it. And of course, it is this move precedes every set of wave hands. So every set of wave hands starts with a whip to one side. And so this week's video, we're going to work on the whip to one side. And then next week, we'll be going into the wave hands. So when you get into the wave hands, you'll know that whip to one side starts and ends the wave hands. Did I say that right? When you do whip to one side, you know it's starting and ending the wave hand series. So anyway, okay, so we've ended up with the last week's video with grass bird's tail. So we're going to start from the two-handed push and go right around into whip to one side. When you're in the front part of the two-handed push of the grass bird's tail, your weight's in your right leg. So you're going to be settling down, everything's relaxed into there, the arms are expressing, the back leg is expressing. So you got this balance here. So once you finish that expression, you're going to push from the right leg, drop your elbows, and turn and pivot around. Relax back into the right leg, place the left toe, push up. Relax, step, push out. And as I mentioned before, the push comes from the leg, and it's the arms that express. So we'll break that down. We're going to work on the first part of going into the turn and the pivot. When you're forward here, and again, make sure you're not pushing the weight out onto the knee past the toe, because that's putting all your weight into the toe. And it's going to be really hard to do a pivot. You end up having to really back up to get your weight so you can pivot. So weight relaxes into that leg. So you're really doing a dawn U. You're just sitting down into that leg so the foot is planted and the arms extend out, balanced by the leg. When you start this move, of course you're squared to the front here. When you start by pushing with that front leg. So notice I don't start turning right away. So you don't want to swing around. You want to start by pushing, connecting that front toe, pushing until the leg kind of gets straight. The elbows are dropped down, and then you turn the body and pivot almost on a straight leg. So notice my body doesn't shift a whole lot. So you don't want to sort of pull the weight back, flip the foot, and then throw the weight back here. You want to push from that front foot, drop the elbows, turn the body, pivot on the heel. Notice there's this extension, so this can be almost like a toyu. Notice the angle of my feet. So I'm now pigeon-toed at this point, so this foot comes around to the 45. I'm pushing out to the 45 degree, not straight this way to the 45. Then I relax down. There's different ways to do this, but you'll just relax back into that right leg. So again, push, drop the elbows, turn and pivot on the heel, express to the corner, and then relax back into the right leg. So you get that leg loaded up, so you're sitting back down into the hips. The legs do all the work. The rest of the body just stays relaxed. And this turn is very much like this foundation turn. So you're turning the body and you're allowing this leg to pivot as you turn. And there's some really great fun things you can do with some other, working with another person to play around with this move, but that'll be another video. So you push, drop the elbows, turn, express, get that foot to 45, drop the elbows, and you can turn the palms up as you relax down into this. Place the left toe, and then you push into the right leg and stand up and the arm expresses out. Okay, I'm going to do this from another angle so you can see the direction I'm doing this at. So, two-handed push, drop the elbows as you push with the leg, turn, I'm expressing to the 45, so I'm lining up with that right foot, relax back down, I'm still at 45, I place the left toe, stand up and express. So this arm is expressing out straight to the side, and this hand is along the arm here, kind of turned. So very much this action here turns, comes up to here. So the body as you come up will not quite square. I mean, there's different examples where you can square to the front if you want. Mr. Moy talked about how women can really benefit from this, from opening the hips and squaring to the front. Really helps the lower internal organs. So we'll do that again. Push from the front leg, drop the elbows, turn and pivot on the heel to the 45, drop the elbows, turn the palms up, get the weight into the right leg so you can move this toe over and push up. One thing to make sure when you come up is to use the leg. Don't lift with the shoulders. It's a very common thing to watch people come around here, they'll relax down, and then they lift their shoulders up into the air. Keep the shoulders relaxed. When you come up, you move that toe, the arm just expresses from that leg push. So the leg pushes and the arms go out to the side. Okay, so that's the first part of the whip to one side. The second part, from here, just as you come up to the top, your leg sort of expresses, the arm goes out, and then you relax back down into the hip. So as you come and sort of kind of square forward, the arm is out to the side, then you relax back down, but notice you have to turn to get into this leg so that this foot can step out. If you turn squared forward when you stand up here, and then just try and sit without turning into the sit, you end up just sort of bending the knee and stepping straight out. And you can see what's happening to my knee. All my weight is in my knee here. So you have to get the body, the hips, to turn and line up to the 45 so that you can step out. And then you can express out from there. Now, one thing I'll mention, and I was sharing this with Shelley, and she said that I should share it with you guys. This will give you an idea of how different problems will affect the form and how the moves are performed, and that can give you sort of an indication of things you might want to be able to work on, working through some limitations and stuff. I have dealt with back injury and lower back, and on the right side it makes the lower part of the back and the hip area quite tight sometimes. So what happens, and you may notice in some of the videos, is that when I sit here, because of this tightness down in here, I have a tendency for this not to stretch. And so I kind of get this sort of arch, and my hip is kind of out of line just because it's tight back here. So trying to get this to relax down and stretch down in here is a bit of a challenge, and we've all got different challenges depending on where our bodies are at. So it ends up kind of looking like this. And I'll exaggerate it a little bit. So I'll go down and my hip is kind of like this. This hip is up. And then sort of unwinds as I come out of it. So the challenge is to try and keep that hip sitting down and relaxing so that when I come up here, my hip can relax down and stretch through my hip so I can express out. So my leg will take the load rather than having it piled up on the hip. I want this to be able to relax and sit down with this part of the leg taking the load. So I hope that makes sense, and if not, well, just you can ask. Okay, so I'll turn the angle and you can see what happens again from this angle. So this part, turn and pivot, relax the weight into the right leg, place the left toe, push up, relax down, step out, and then turn the palm forward and both arms express. So the right arm is pushing out with the chicken head hook thingy, whatever you want to call it, pinch of salt out on the side, and the left hand is out heart thumb line. Lots of little detail on this, so I'll throw a few things at you. Notice that when I come up and the right arm is expressing as I stand, you come up, the right arm expresses. When you get to the top and you start to relax, the arm, so it's almost like the arm continues to stretch as you sit down. You don't want to sort of go up and then sort of collapse in here. This comes out and then stays out there as you relax down, and that helps to stretch down the side of the body. This turn with the left hand coming out, you want it to correspond with the turn of the body. Some people will sort of take their time, sweep it out, and then sort of flip it at the end. Some people will sort of flick it and then push with the hand. You want it to follow the turn. So this turn follows this turn. So when the back leg starts to push, that's the cue for this hand to get connected and start to open. So Mr. Moy says, or he used to say all the time, arm out, get the arm out, get the arm expressing from that back leg pushing. Let the arms go. Don't leave them behind. If you kind of sort of drag them back here and don't let the arm out at the very end here, now it's just arm pushing. There's no connection to the rest of the body. So you're up, relax down, turn the palm and get the arm going out. And this, the right arm, is expressing forward as well. Don't leave it behind. So when you relax, step, don't leave the right arm behind. It's got to be out here so you can get squared forward. So in line with the shoulders and maybe even slightly forward as it's expressing out. If it's back here, the shoulders all kind of bunched up if you're trying to square forward. And if you're not squaring forward, the arm dragging back here can prevent you from getting forward. So bring that arm forward. Got all that? Okay, I'll go through it one more time, the whole sequence. I'll do a couple of different angles and then we'll do some follow along. Okay, so whip to one side from this direction, push from the front foot, drop the elbows, then turn with the leg relatively straight, pivoting on the heel, stretch, relax back down into the leg, place the toe, push up, and immediately relax back down, turning to the 45 step, and turn the palm forward and express with both arms. Drop elbows, pivot around, express from that right leg, relax back into the right leg, place the left toe, push up, relax, turning into the hip, step out, turn the palm forward and express out. Okay, got it? Ready? Okay, let's do some follow along. So as if you're right behind me. Oh, okay, you're going to be facing this way to start with so that when we turn around you can follow me doing the whip to one side. So turn around, go that way with your two-handed push for whip to grass bird's tail. Okay, ready? Push from the foot, drop the elbows, turn and pivot on the heel. Relax into the right leg, turn the palms up, place the left toe, push up. Arm keeps expressing as you sit back down and turn into the hip, step out with the left foot, turn the left hand forward. Okay, turn around, let's do it again. Two-handed push, drop elbows, turn and pivot. Weight into the right leg, palms turn up as you sit down, place the left toe, push up, relax back down and turn into the right hip, step out with the left, turn the left palm forward as you express out. Make sure you get squared to the front in the final part of this. Okay. One more. Think we should do another angle? Sure. Okay, let's do it this way. Two-handed push this direction, so you're going this direction, and you'll be able to kind of follow me as we turn with this one. So express out. So give this a good expression. Weight's balanced in the right leg. Push from the right toes. Drop the elbows. Turn. Sit back into the right leg. Place the toe and push up. Relax back down into the right leg, step. Turn and express. Okay, that felt good. Let's do that one more time. So a good expression with this is though you've just done the grass bird's tail. Express. Push from the front foot, drop the elbows. Turn. Palms pressing out. Relax back into the right leg. Place the left toe. Push up. relax into the right leg, step out, and express. One little thing I'll mention is when you place the left toe, make sure you give yourself a little bit of room. So when you come around here, relaxing in, don't bring your left toe in too close because it makes it difficult to sit back down. It's a little bit ahead. So you want to have it slightly ahead of the right foot and making sure that you're not crossed over. You want to have that one foot on either side of that straight line so you're not instepped or outstepped. And that makes this comfortable so that when you come up and then when you relax back down, the hips can relax, this leg will take the load, and this foot can just come up to step. So you don't lift it per se, it's just relaxing into the leg, kind of gives this leg a chance to step forward. Okay, so play around with all of that. I think that's probably enough for you today. So just one more thing I'll mention is Shelly does have the new website done. So go and check out the website, go through it all, let us know if something doesn't work or whatever. It'll drive Shelly crazy, but that's okay. We need to know. And let us know if you're getting the videos, the newsletter and stuff. I guess some people aren't getting it. We've been having some problems with our mail delivery system. So we've been having to send the links out kind of manually to you guys. So if you are getting them, let us know. If you're not getting them, I don't know. They come out every week. So if you didn't get this week's video or last week's video or something, let us know and then we'll get it to you. And of course, you can always go to our YouTube channel. So subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can get all the videos. Like us on Facebook, all that stuff. Send us your emails. Practice lots. Take care. Have fun. See you later.